Hi, so this is the retail sales forecasting project. So the goal of the project is to predict sales for like a retail store based on their historical data. And the objective of this project is to create lag features, moving averages, and use time-based features such as like holidays and weekends. So yeah, let's get started. So you can get this data set from Kaggle from the store sales forecasting data set over here. We're able to download the CVS file over here. So yeah, let's go back to our project. So I began this project by importing pandas as PD, importing numpy as NP, and basically assigning df to pd.readCVS, and then printing out the first 5 rows. So here are the first 5 rows for this data set over here. Next, I moved on to printing out basic data information. So I did df.info. So this gives us the non-null count and the D type for each of like the columns. Then I moved on to printing out any missing values in each of the columns. So by using df.isNull.sum, basically this gives us all the missing values. So over here there are no missing values in the data set, which is good. And then afterwards I printed out the date range for this sales data sets. So I did df order date minimum to df order date maximum. So this gives us the date range from like January 1st to 2017 all the way to September 9th, 2017. Next, I moved on to data processing. So df order date is equal to pd.toDate time df order date. Basically, this line of code basically what this line of code does, it basically converts the order date column from like a string and object to pandas data time format using pd.dataTime. Then I moved on to daily sales is equal to df.groupBy order date aggregate, for which gives us sales, quantity, profit, order ID, reset index. Basically what this block of code gives us is like the daily sales, and it basically groups the data by each order date, and it calculates like the total sales, the total quantity, and like the profit, and it counts like the order ID. Next I move on to daily sales columns is equal to data all the way to order count. Basically this rename all the columns over here to be more descriptive, to have more descriptive names, as it improves like the overall readability. Next, we move on to daily sales is equal to the daily sales dot sort values date dot reset index drop true. This block of code basically sorts the aggregated daily sales data into like a chronological order. Next, I moved on to printing the daily sales data shape by using daily sales dot shape, and then I printed out the date range from this by using daily sales brackets date dot minimum to daily sales brackets date dot maximum, and then printing out daily sales ahead. So here's our output for this. So daily sales is equal to data shape, which has like 889 rows and 5 columns. Data ranges from January 6th all the way to 2014 to December 30th, 2017. So here's our daily sales data set over here, the first 5 rows with date, total sales, total quantity, total profit, and order count. So yeah. Next, I move on to creating complete data ranges to handle missing dates. So data range is equal to pd.date range start equal to daily sales brackets date dot minimum, and is equal to daily sales brackets date dot max, and frequency is equal to D. Basically what this block of code does, it basically generates like a sequence of like calendar dates from like the latest date in like the sales data with like the daily frequency. And then we move on to complete df is equal to pd.dataframe date is equal to date range, complete df is equal to complete df.merge daily sales on day and how left. Basically this creates like a new data frame with all like the dates, and then it merges with like the daily sales on day with how is equal to left. And then we move on to complete df is equal to complete fill nan is equal to 0. Basically this line of code basically fills any missing values with zeros, basically like no sales on those dates. Then afterwards we print out the complete data set shape, and then we print out the missing values after filling with the complete df.null.sum. Then we print out complete df.head. So here we have complete data set shape is equal to 1,455 rows and 5 columns. Missing values after filling is 0, and here's our complete data set. So here are the first 5 rows of the complete data set with their date all the way to order count.